why you broke off our friendship.
Yes, as I mentioned before, the dates and times are correct, so it is actually 3:52 a.m.
Video letters I sent him are so bloody boring. I could have made them so much better, so much more interesting. My whole life could be different. Jason and I would still be friends. I'm going to use the time transporter. This booklet of helpful hints ought to do the trick. Go. This is the date, May 25th, 1991. Hold it a second. A folder of some kind is materialized out of thin air beside me. What do you know? It's from myself in the year 2015. Tips for better video making. Trust me, you need them. Well, I think I shall continue this shortly. Not quite live from Selkirk, Manitoba. It's Video Letters to Jason, Volume 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next up, I'd like to pay a special tribute to a very special man who's very special to both of us, who's played such a dear part in our growth and maturation process as individuals and as human beings. This man is none other than our art teacher, Mr. Cotter. Yes, that's right. Our teacher from the class where we met, Jason. Mr. Cotter, as you know, was a teacher unlike any other. He had a unique way of teaching. He would insult and degrade his students to the point of mental collapse to ensure that they would get their projects in on time and do them to his specifications. Some famous Mr. Cotter lines of degradation include, "What did you do? Draw that while you were running to the washroom? Or did you draw that while under the influence of drugs?" Or, my personal favorite, "Jason, Sean, I'll talk to you after class." He would always come into class with the smell of popcorn and coffee on his breath. I believe he ate popcorn and coffee 3 meals a day. Certainly seemed like it because, I don't know about you, but I seldom ever saw him without a cup of coffee and a thing full of popcorn. A retrospective moment, courtesy of yours truly. Hey, I got a joke for you. There's 3 men playing golf. There's Moses, Jesus, and an old man. Moses goes up to swing, follows through, his ball lands in the water. So Moses walks over to the water, parts the water, and finishes the shot, gets the ball in the hole. Jesus goes up to swing, he follows through, his ball lands in the water. So Jesus goes over to the water, walks across the water about halfway, finishes his shot, and then he gets his ball in the hole too. Then the old man goes up to swing. He follows through, his ball goes sailing over the water, ricochets off all these trees, off a signpost, performs all these complex acrobatic maneuvers in mid-air, and then finally, plop, lands in the hole in one. Jesus turns to the old man and says, "Will you stop screwing around, Dad, and just play the game?" Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, what can I say? It's a good joke. Glad you liked it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take my wife, please. What can I say? They love me. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's enough of that. Hey, all you dudes and dudettes out there, this is Johnny Hipster coming at you from Video Corner. Today on Video Corner, we begin a special 4-part series which will run over the course of the next few programs. Some of you may remember a show called Captain Power and the Soldiers of Future from way back in 1987. A lot of you may not know that there were 4, count 'em, 4 music videos, as in rock videos, made based on the show. And here I'm going to show you the very first one. It's called Power On, music by the Einstein Brothers Music Incorporated in Toronto. Here it is from me to you on Video Corner.
Teeth, bicuspids, canines, molars. They are the most incredible things in the universe.
Hope you enjoyed it. Well, I'm talking loud so the microphone can pick up my voice nice and clearly. Oh, woman! Majorly pathetic, was that not? Sorry, Jason, I just don't think I have it anymore. Anyways, Thing! There, a reference to Thing. Hope you're enjoying this video letter so far. A hell of a lot of work has gone into it, especially that first opening sequence, the 2015 sequence. About a half an hour of makeup, and I hope you appreciate the hell we went through to do that scene. We didn't have any hairspray or gel, so to get our hair slicked back, we used Vaseline. And to get our hair white, mine in particular, we used a good amount of talcum powder, which is still all over the floor, actually. Well, most of it's been cleaned up, but there's still some on the floor. That was from like a month ago. That was from me to you. That was from me to you here on Video Corner. I keep looking over there because, once again, I'm using the television as a monitor. Perhaps if you zoom in on my glasses, you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. There. You can see my reflection in the TV. Awesome, eh? Anyhow, I'm not sure what I'm going to show you next, so I'm just going to sit here and talk for 16 minutes or so. Just kidding. Next up, a mystery item. In other words, I'm not going to tell you what it is, I'll just let you see for yourself. Goodbye. Lullabies. For years, these have been the mainstay of our culture, sung to little children by their parents to help lull them to sleep. But are all lullabies what they're really cracked up to be? Today we ask the question, is Rockabye Baby really suitable for children? This is our focus on today's edition of The Truth Revealed. We've all heard Rockabye Baby at one time or another in our lives. Whether we've heard it whilst singing it to our children, or whether we've had it sung to us as children. But what was the true intent of the person who wrote this horrifying tale of terror for children? Let us begin by examining the lyrics. Rockabye baby, in the treetop, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. So far, it seems pretty safe. Let's continue. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. Now, is that the sort of influence we want to give to our children? Perhaps I should clarify. A direct explanation, or a direct definition of the lyrics, would go something like this. Here's this poor defenseless infant, rocking and swaying gently up high in a tree, when suddenly the branch it's rocking on breaks, and the baby and the cradle both plummet to the ground below. And the way the lyrics are set up, down will come baby, cradle and all, implies that the baby falls first, and then possibly what happens next is the cradle falls and smashes on the head of the baby, as if the baby isn't injured enough by this point. Now, perhaps the writer of the lullaby thought that not every infant would know what a bow is. That is a point given to the offensive side, the author of this horrible travesty of a lullaby. Anyhow, a child would understand the word fall. And to most babies, especially babies who may have been dropped accidentally or something, the word fall is synonymous with terror, synonymous with pain, with sadness, and with fear. Let us take another look at the lyrics, this time with illustrations to go along with it. Rockabye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. This is the vision of the result of this tragedy that undoubtedly runs through every young child's mind, who interprets even a few words of this horrible lullaby. I think it's safe to say that Rockabye Baby truly is not suitable for children. The idea that children that young as an infant, cannot interpret lyrics is a load of bullshit. If a child can understand even 1 or 2 words out of that poem, there's no doubt in the mind of this reporter that they will be traumatized for life. For the truth revealed, I am Moron Povich. Until next time, good night, America. Now it's time for Video Corner! My, what an odd shadow I'm casting today. There, I revealed the special effect to you. The illusion is broken. It is May 26th, 1:18 a.m. Okay, 1:16 a.m. But by the VCR clock, which is what I was looking at, it is 1:18 a.m. See? Yeah, you can really see that clearly, eh? There. Wow, amazing! I got the macro to work! Incredible! You know, I've never been able to use the macro properly before, but I finally figured it out. Ever cool. Last week, I did an oral presentation for my English class. I chose a topic which I know quite a bit about, namely, how to make home videos more interesting. Thanks to my 2015 persona dropping me a few helpful hints, I was able to blow away the class with my presentation. I brought in the video camera, my VCR, a 14-inch TV which I borrowed from the cable office and didn't return until Friday, and I also brought in my tripod. I would have just gotten a VCR and a TV from the school, except I couldn't get a hold of my teacher, so I brought my own VCR and my own TV. I mean, I would have lugged my big 26-inch monster there with me, except I didn't exactly feel like carrying it on the bus. And besides, I don't think I'm physically able to carry that much equipment at one time. That little 14-inch TV, God, is that ever heavy? I swear it must weigh at least as much as my 26-inch. Nah, probably not that much. But nevertheless, it was still pretty heavy for such a small bloody TV. Teeth! Ah! We were being marked out of 5. Surprisingly enough, I didn't get quite as high a mark as I thought I would. Apparently mainly because I said and a lot. But as you probably noticed, that's the way I talk naturally anyways, well anyways, in case you're wondering, the mark I got was 3.8 out of 5, which is 76%. And mixed with a couple of other marks I got in a couple of other hand-in assignments, I'm currently averaging 83%. It's transactional English, there's a lot of creative writing and so forth in it, so I mean it's just the perfect course for me. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm also taking history. We haven't done a lot of things for marks. We've really just done a test and gotten a mark. And on that, I think I also got 83%, which was fantastic. I was really pleased. Anyway, I don't think so. But I could have. Actually, but I could have wasn't really our saying, was it? It was Brad's. And I just sort of picked up on it. I don't think you ever really did. But anyway, it's always been our saying. Anyhow, I guess that wraps it up for this video letter. Yes, I tried to keep the talking parts down to a minimum, and I hope I did so. I hope this video letter has been to your liking. I hope you like the new format. The new format basically is just that I'm going to be making it a lot faster paced. So I hope you enjoyed it, I enjoyed putting it together. A lot of work went into this. This video letter in particular was about 2 months in the making. That's almost 2 solid months. And just this weekend I've been editing it all together. So I still have yet to send off video letter 3. Oh yes, I'll be getting my pay bi-weekly from now on. Mindy's working at Barney Gargles, a local restaurant here. She gets her pay bi-weekly. So I've arranged with the cable office for me to get my paycheck on the weeks that Mindy's not getting her paycheck. And then she'll get her paycheck on the weeks I'm not getting my paycheck. So we'll just keep on alternating. So every single week we'll have between $200 and $250 of new money, not to mention what we will have saved from the previous week. So that's great. So our money situation ought to be sorted out, so I won't be starving anymore. I've got 10 hot dogs in the fridge there. I'm trying to refrain from eating them. I have a box of Old Dutch potato chips. A bag of Party Pride potato chips. Ah! Boom! Not to mention a super big gulp. Anyways, that's it. So until video letter 5, sayonara. Now that was much better.